Hey guys, this is Warren Williams. Today I'm going to talk to you about the totem pole of health. Now, the totem pole is basically something that expresses the what we call survival reflexes of the body. What we mean by this is that there is a hierarchy of survival reflexes in the body. What's most important to what's least important in the body. Just like a big company where you have the CEO, managing directors, the vice president, and so on and so on. You have the most important decisions made by the CEO going on down. The same with the body. The body has 9 main control systems that are seen as important to the body in terms of its survival. So I'm going to go through them one by one and get you to understand how some people can't lose weight, yet some people can. Some people can't get over back injuries. Some people can't get over postural defection or imbalances through the body, and why certain people, like you see certain athletes, certain well-known footballers, basketball players or whatever, that have constantly ongoing issues with the same problem, such as they may have a hamstring problem or they may have a lower back problem. They've gone and got it sorted out, but it keeps coming back to them. No matter how much different surgery they have the same problem coming back every 2 or 3 years. And then there's also like this sort of mystery about, well, what's wrong with this actual problem? Why are there these same issues that are still reoccurring? A lot of this is because of the fact that the problems that they have are lower down in the survival reflexes of the body, so that they're not seen as important as a higher system. So because of that, the body just doesn't care about that system. We're going to go through those now and then help you to understand exactly what I mean. Okay, so the first system of the body, the most important system of the body, is respiration. Now, when you break down the word respiration, you hear re. Re means to do again, like you recover or you replenish. It's to do something over and over again. And then the second part of that is spirit. Respiration. Now, spirit means life force or energy, something that's coming back into your body. So it means you replenish your life force all the time, continuously. Now, every system in the body is based on rhythms. So your heart beats at 70, 80 beats per minute, and it's every single minute, unless you're exercising or unless you're sleeping, unless you're meditating. Your heart rate will be at a specific rhythm, 60, 70 beats per minute. That's a rhythm, and it's continuous. Your nails grow a specific amount of time or a specific length every month. When women have their menstruation cycle, their ovulation cycle, that happens every 29, 28, 29, 30 days. That's the rhythm. Your nails, your hair, everything has a specific rhythm. And the survival reflexes are also based on rhythms. So with your breathing, it's the most important system of the body. Why? Because the average person breathes about 12 to 14 breaths per minute, which on average is about 16,000 breaths per day. Now, that is a significant rhythm. So if that rhythm is altered, that means you're doing an altered rhythm 16,000 times a day. That is a serious habit. And if that habit is dysfunctional, it can cause problems. So, the respiration system. Now, the reason why this is so important, other than the fact that it's 16,000 times a day, is the fact that if your rhythm is altered, it can affect the rest of the body. If you don't breathe, you die. Now, the brain cannot survive without oxygen for more than 2 to 3 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes without oxygen, you're brain dead. That is a very important system. So, some people that have shoulder pain or knee or chest pain or tension in their neck, a lot of this is due to the fact that their respiration is quite shallow. So we have muscles in the neck that are overcompensated. Not to get too technical here, but there are muscles in the neck that the scalenes and the sternocleidomastoid joints, muscles, that can become too tense. They become facilitated when you do what we call chest breathing. Now, 90% or more of people in the Western world learn poor breathing in that they breathe from their chest. They don't breathe from their diaphragm, or they don't do what we call abdominal or diaphragmatic breathing, which means you breathe from your stomach. Now, if you look at a child, I'm talking about a baby like 8, 9 months old or less. If you watch the way they breathe, they belly breathe. So you see their stomach pushing out as they inhale and coming back in as they exhale. And if you look at an adult when they breathe, you will see the chest raises on inhalation as opposed to the stomach. So this means they are not diaphragmatically breathing or taking in a deep controlled breath, filling the body full of oxygen, supplying the body with vital nutrients. So that means their breath is shortened. So if they're doing a shortened breath 16,000 times a day, that means their body is more fatigued than somebody who has a deep breath. Because remember, you're getting that spirit, that life force, that energy through deep breathing. So if you're an elite level athlete and you have a 16,000 time a day shortened breath, it means you're going to be more limited in your ability to be able to feed the muscles with oxygen, no matter how fit you are. You may be doing cardiovascular exercise, but you're not working the respiratory muscles separately and increasing your ability to breathe diaphragmatically. So your body will compensate in other ways, because if you're chest breathing, it means your shoulders are probably hunching up into your chest, you're not getting enough movement through your rib cage, your intercostal cartilage, which is the muscles, the cartilage that keep the joints of the rib cage closed or allow them to open, aren't being exercised properly. Because when you exercise your lungs properly, there's a separation. When you inhale, if you place your hands on your rib cage, you get a separation of the rib cage, and the more you can do a deep breath, the rib cage opens even more. So you're exercising the rib cage muscle, you're expanding the chest, you're expanding the abdominal wall, and you're exercising all these muscles. So it's such a benefit to be able to deep breathe. Now, another thing that's very important about breathing is the breathing system is far more important than any other system, to the point where it can actually obstruct your posture. Posture is preceded by breathing. So in some tests, what we've noticed is some people that have had a restriction in their nasal cavity, where they can't inhale properly through what we call a resting breath, which is what you normally do every single day when you're walking or sitting. It's just your normal resting breath. Their posture gets altered within 5 minutes of restricted breathing. You start to hunch your shoulders and you get what we call a forward head posture. So your head drops down into your chest. Now, if you were to think and visualize this, if I asked you to do a deep inhalation, one of the first things you would do straight away would be to raise your chest and lift your head up in order for you to get the oxygen. You wouldn't drop your head down, you'd raise the body. So breathing straight away will alter and improve your posture. Now, when it comes to this, we always say the people that have the best posture are the ones that use the least amount of energy. So if your breathing improves your posture, then you have more available energy each and every day. The second system in the chain is known as mastication, or the ability to chew our food properly. Now, your teeth, your jawline, the bottom jaw, is known as the temporary mandible joint. Its temporary mandible basically just means that the lower jaw is the jaw that moves, the top jaw doesn't move, or the top teeth don't move. It's the jaw that slides forwards and backwards or side to side if there's a postural problem. Now, this is another rhythm. We spoke about rhythms with regards to breathing. Now we're talking about rhythms when it comes to the jaw. The average person will open and close their mouth 4,000 times a day. That again is another rhythm, a great rhythm. If you open or close your jaw 4,000 times a day and it's altered, then again it will create a dysfunction in the body. If your teeth do not fit correctly to the bottom teeth, if the top and bottom teeth don't fit perfectly, this is known as centric occlusion, which means that the jaw has to compensate by shifting, and it may be a sliding or hit and slide effect of the jaw, where it may hit the top or bottom and slide incorrectly to try to adjust to poor positioning of the teeth. Hence why you see some people that get teeth taken out because there's crowding of the teeth, or they may have braces. Now, if the jaw doesn't sit properly,